Our final topic for this week is scientific notation. Scientific notation is the form of a number, but it's not a different number. In scientific notation, we write the number in a times 10 to the nth form. The a may have only one digit before the decimal. The n is the number of decimal moves. N is going to be positive for all of our large numbers, and n is going to be negative for all of our decimal numbers. Let's give it a try. If we have a number like 3,564,000, we can write this number into scientific notation. Since it is a whole number, the decimal would be here. I want to move the decimal so that it only has one digit in front of it, so I have to move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. So then I would have as my number 3.564, and I put the times 10, and I move my decimal 6 places. So these two are one in the same, two different forms of a number. Let's try another one. If I have 0.000000102, here is my decimal, and I want to move it so there's only one digit in front. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. So my number is 1.02 times 10. Again, I moved my decimal 6 places, but because it was a decimal number, I need to include that negative with the exponent. So my exponent here is -6. All right, let's take a look at a couple more. If I have 2.07 times 10 to the third power, well, the positive exponent up here indicates that this would be a whole number. So I want to move my decimal in such a way that I get a bigger number. And so my decimal is here. I'll move it 1, 2, 3 places. And so I'll have 2070, or 2070 as the same value. Let's try another one. Let's have 1.839 times 10 to the -4th power. The negative in the exponent indicates that this would be a decimal number. So I want to move my decimal 4 places in order to get the correct decimal number. So I'll move my decimal from here 1, 2, 3, 4 places. Writing my number, decimal, I need to fill in 3 zeros, and then I have the 1839. All right, so let's take a look at putting these on the calculator. We have some directions typed up here, and these directions are for the TI-30 XIIS calculator that you were recommended to get for class. It is a different calculator than what I have here as my online calculator. So on the TI-30 XIIS, you'll type the value of A. That's that first part that has just one digit before the decimal. Then you'll type second and the x to the -1 key, which will show up as an E on your calculator screen. I have here a picture of the TI-30 XIIS. So if we look at the keystrokes and what we're going to do here. So on this calculator, if we want 2.07 times 10 to, let's say, the 4th power, the way that we would type that on our calculator is we'd type the A values, so the 2.07. Then we'd type as a keystroke the second button. So you can see that is the light blue button over here on your calculator right here. And then we'd type the x to the -1 button. And these two buttons together will show up as an uppercase E. What you're doing is you're accessing this right here where it has EE, which stands for engineering exponent. And so after that, after the E, you're going to just type the exponent of 4. And what your calculator will do is give you the answer in decimal form for that. So it'll give you the 20,700. We're going to take a look at doing the same thing on the calculator that I have as my electronic calculator. So here we go. Let's clear what we've got and clear. So on this particular calculator, I still type my A, 2.07. And on this calculator, I'm using this times 10 to the nth button. And after that, I'll put in my 4. I can hit enter, and you see that same answer. So different calculators, different keystrokes for getting a value into the calculator that is already in scientific notation. Now, one thing I wanted to talk to you is on your MyMathLab, you'll see some problems that are in scientific notation. We'll do one of the harder ones. So here we have 2.69, and it is times 10 to the negative 5 power. And that whole thing is divided by 2 times 10 to the negative 4 power. And then it is cubed. If you hit some of the Help Me Solve This options within MyMathLab, it'll take you through a long process, but this is really something that our calculator can handle. So to type that on my calculator, I'm going to start with a set of parentheses to include just the number on top. So 2.69, and then either EE on your TI-30XIIS or this button on here, to the negative 5 power. And make sure that you're using the negative, not the subtract sign. If you use the subtract sign, it will give you an error. So I have to end my parentheses. Then I can divide, so I'll hit my division. And I want to use parentheses around my bottom number on this calculator as well. Now on the TI-30XX calculator, you don't have to deal with the parentheses because using the EE button allows the calculator to know that the entire top is one piece rather than a multiplication problem. So that calculator is a little bit easier to enter the scientific notation on than this one. So here I have my division problem with parentheses around each part, and I can hit enter on that. Now, the problem takes this answer to the third power, and we looked at doing that before. So now I can take this answer, caret key, to the third power, hit enter, and I have my answer for this problem. It'll ask me to give the answer in scientific notation rounded to 1 decimal place. So I'll write my answer as 2.4 times 10 to the, and I have to count my decimal moves here, 1, 2, 3, and so it would be to the negative third power.